They too.
Hey, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakdash, and double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone who rule well, and peace, love, and salutations to the hopeful elect. This is your brother Darbadow from the Men of Valor Camp here in Greenville, South Carolina, coming back with another video in sincerity and in truth. Lord willing, it can be edifying. All right, and I'm sure you've heard, the talk of the town the last 24 hours of this whole thing that went down in Montgomery, Alabama. And of course, I'm going to read the article. Not going to play the video because, Esau mad, mad as hell. But nonetheless, I showed a couple memes from it. Yeah, Jake is the salt of the earth, so whenever something like this happens, of course, Jake makes jokes out of it, makes memes and all that shit, which is all cool, whatever. But doing this video, and of course, brothers are already on it, man. The spirit. Hey, I woke up this morning and saw it, and I was like, man, the spirit was on me to want to do a lesson, and I know at least 2 or 3 brothers and already hit it. Right? Maybe more, probably more than that. That's been the spirit, but we all were on one accord thinking the same thing, because anytime we look at things, because we look at stuff, how you people keep up with different shit, whether it be rappers or hip hop or or even we take it further with geopolitics and the economy and stuff, but we pay attention to stuff. We'll see different videos and stuff. So we saw this, and we always looked at it through a spiritual lens. And what we saw was, as we're going to get the scriptures, hey, first of all, Esau, you're losing your power, all right? And the people aren't afraid of you anymore. I remember I saw a video the other day, I guess the leader of South Africa, or he was a general or something like that, and they had the whole country chanting about, down with the Boer, so to speak, speaking about the West, the Americans. Esau Edom, the so-called white man. All right, your power is waning, and the world sees it. The world sees your weakness, and they're no longer afraid of you anymore. Even on a worldwide scale, on a military scale, Russia's not afraid of you, which they're Edomites as well, but they're totally against how you people operate over here, as well as China and these other nations like North Korea, Moab, Ammon, and them. There's everybody seeing that this man is the devil, and they're tired of him, and they're standing up to this damn devil. All right, but what I was most impressed about was, as far as this video is concerned, now if you haven't watched it, go watch it. You'll see it. I'm sure you will. Was you had a Jake, and he was just doing his job, trying to get clear the path for this ferry boat to be able to dock. And of course, Esau, being as entitled as he is, didn't want to move their boat. So the man proceeded to try to move their boat. Long story short, they ran in, they jumped them, and there was an overwhelming response from, fellow Israelites. All right, now they're not Israelites in the truth, but Israelites by the flesh, by bloodline. All right, because so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans are the children of Israel. All right, so it was cool to see, that they stood up, for this man. You had Jake coming up out the water, coming up out the woodwork, and it was a violent video. It was a brawl now. A brother sent me the full video, and they, and of course people got arrested. That's expected, when you putting hands on people. But, all right, showing you that these people, hey, our people are rising up, man. Starting with the house of Judah, the so-called blacks. All right, and, it's the spirit. I know when I was seeing this stuff, I was just like, it was, kind of like a, not a super emotional thing, but it was almost like a proud moment. Even though they 2/3, some of them may come, but it's good to see Jake for one time not killing each other, not having all this fuck you nigga attitude toward each other, but instead directing toward their natural born enemy. All right, because this rivalry goes back to the womb, man. Jacob versus Esau. You go into that account, We were created to be natural enemies, man. And right now he has the dominion over us, and he's dealt violently against us, dealt treacherously against us. All right, and now you see, because 50 years ago in Montgomery, Alabama, 50, 60, 70 years ago, that shit wouldn't go down. They could beat up that man, lynch him, and Jake would be too scared to bat an eye. But hey, these young niggas, hey, they was putting the beats on Edomite men and women, But nonetheless, it's good to see. And of course, we make sure everything is spiritual. In the spiritual aspect, we'll go ahead and grab this. This is Genesis chapter 49, and we'll go right to the point. It says, verse 9, Judah is a lion's whelp. From the prey, my son, thou art gone up. He stooped down, he coucheth as a lion, and as an old lion, who shall rouse him up? Right, because Jake, we're a mighty people. You go into the house of David, you go into those different wars we fought, right, we had mighty men amongst our people. All right, and Judah being the head tribe, that goes without saying. But as of lately, especially over here in this captivity, they've been beaten so far into submission that they won't stand up for themselves, man. They'll be quick to ride on their fellow Israelites, and that goes back to the curses. I being evil towards thy brother. All right, but now you see that attention being directed toward other forces, mainly their oppressor. And like the brother Shakam had mentioned, that's like twice. You've seen instances of Judah rousing up. You had also them damn GMO niggas in New York, because that dude Castanet was out there, and they trying to get him for inciting a riot, and Jake was rousing up. You also see Jake pretty much pillaging these damn high fashion stores like Louis Vuitton, Gucci, and shit. And as I brought out in that lesson I did the other day, was the land of Judah being a terror unto Egypt. Okay, and this is another example of that. This brawl that went down. But hey, Judah's being roused up, and we need Judah to be roused up in order for the other tribes to follow. Best believe you're gonna see the other tribes follow, man. This is also signs of race riots that are gonna go down. Because best believe this ain't just gonna be the only incident that goes down. Right now, white people are looking bad. So-called white people are looking bad. They probably the ones that know that, not necessarily know that Edomites, but have that pure hatred for Jake. They're pissed off at that these niggas stood up for themselves. That's what they're thinking. And as for our people, it's putting a seed of motivation in them. Because the Lord is not only raising up the house of David against you damn devils, but also the 2/3, they're gonna get a little piece of you damn devils before it's all said and done. But this is bringing a few things to light. And it's beautiful to see prophecy. Let's see where we at. All right, this is from USA Today. It says several people detained after fight breaks out at Montgomery's Riverfront Park in Alabama. It says update: Montgomery police say 4 active warrants out after brawl at Riverfront Park in Alabama. And yeah, people gonna get arrested and shit. It says several people were taken into custody Saturday night after a fight broke out at Montgomery's Riverfront Park in Alabama, authorities said. The Montgomery Police Department responded to disturbance at the 200 block of Coosa Street in Montgomery, Alabama at 7 p.m. after a large group of people were fighting. Several people were detained, police said. A video of the incident, which appeared to be racially divided, and that's important, was shared Sunday on social media. It's been reported that it began because a pontoon boat was blocking dock space needed to park a riverboat. That area is the regular spot reserved for the Harriet II riverboat. So, them damn Edomites saw that that was a boat. Because you hear the video, there was a boat full of Jake. And, of course, their natural hatred. But, they basically put their hands on that man first, man. Like I said, I'm not going to play the video. It says on the short video posted on social media by Josh Moon of the Alabama political reporter shows several white people fighting a single black man. These were all bywords that Esau put on us, man, and themselves. They're not white and we're not black. It says who, according to Jasmine Williams of WSFA, is a dock worker. The only audio heard is from witnesses yelling, but it appears to begin with an argument between the black man and one of the white men. Another white man rushes and hits the black man, who backs up and tosses his hat into the air. Then the fight begins in earnest, and several white people began hitting the black man, as you can see. All right, they put their hands on this man first. It says during the video, one witness apparently watching from the riverboat screamed reportedly, "Y'all help that brother," to onlookers who were on the shore. It appears some people from the shore did join in to defend him, and the video shows at least one black man dive into the water from the riverboat. And it was a young Jake that did that. It says, "Get up there, young buck," yelled another voice on the video. But the time the swimmer climbed onto the dock, about a minute into the video, most of the altercation appeared to be over in the Moon's video. Separate video posted by Lauren Lauren, that's a wild name. Lauren shows scenes after that as the Harriet II was preparing to dock. A group of people approached the pontoon boat and more fighting broke out. At least one person fell into the water from the dock. Authorities were soon on the scene and police began taking people into custody. And I saw that video, man. The police, that they looked like they didn't want to really touch Jake, man. You know, showing you, man. And even them, you know, the Israelite man that was getting jumped, he stood up, man. You know, he ain't back down. You know, he was overwhelmed, but nonetheless. So this is also just, overall signs that, that racial tension is rising. One people shall stand up against another. These things are gonna come to pass, man. This is, if you have the spiritual eyes to see, spiritual ears to hear, that you see that this is the beginning of, what's gonna persist going into Jacob's trouble, what's gonna persist going into the latter end of America, Babylon the Great. What? No. Doing a video. But Slakia. But yeah, this is prophecy, man. If like the brother GMS Awakening, his channel did, he basically was going into, this is deeper than you think, And actually I want to grab this. Obadiah 1 or Obadiah verse 10, it says, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob. See, going back, the progenitors of the white and black races, they were brothers, man. We go back to Abraham and Isaac, and then there was a split, so this is speaking about, because Esau wanted to kill Jacob, but that ended up not happening. However, his descendants, has had a hatred for Jacob ever since, right? And the Lord hates Esau. The Lord hates Esau, man. He used him as a whooping stick to punish us, but the Lord is still going to get Esau for this shit, man. Once again, verse 10, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. See? Hey, there's going to come a time where there's not going to be an Edomite anymore, man. And we can't wait for that time, but, you got to serve your punishment out first and foremost, But that also made me think of this. Amos chapter 9 and verse 13. It says, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that the plowman shall overtake the reaper. Right? We're the plowman. We were sent over here to serve hardcore slavery. They forced, they even got the Northern Kingdom being the plowman now. It says, the reaper and the treader of grapes, him that soweth seed, and the mountain shall drop new wine, and all the hills shall melt. But yeah, that's pretty much the point I wanted to get off that, man. The Lord is, he's about to turn this thing around, man. And this was a carnal example, but an example nonetheless, because it's called national attention, And we're going to see more of this, Lord willing, but just wanted to cover this. Wanted to put my spiritual 2 cents in, So Lord willing is edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushua, by Hashem, Wakakudash. And once again, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who rule well. Peace, love, and salutations to the hopeful elect. Till next time, Shalom.